Stacey Murphy Gurlach. I live up in Temple in the northeast of Calgary. Originally, I was born in Edmonton, but I've lived in Calgary for almost 30 years now. How it comes to be where we are is that I have a severely handicapped daughter that's 22 years old, and we're very involved and informed and in need of the different means to support her and what she needs in her life. It would be something that we could access. All people that need it should be able to access it, and it should be enough to help support a person with dignity and with the ability to actually give a life, not just four walls and food, and to be able to do the things that people want to do, to have programs, to go out and have fun, to do all these things. There's all kinds of extra costs, and it's so overwhelming and so difficult to try and find funding for all the bits and pieces, and it's so impossible to keep up with it if you can't. It would ease a lot of the stress, being determined as I have been and am to give her the best life that she can have. She's never been denied anything. However, it has placed a whole different huge sort of burden on me to take up the shortfall in the funding, the services, everything that it takes for her. So it comes back on me because there's no way she's missing out on life because there's not the other funding. But again, that also leaves me chasing all kinds of different things and picking up the shortfall. Like even her cost share for her diapers is 400 times 3, what's that? $1,200 a year just for her to have basic undergarments. So there's a lot of gaps, there's a lot of things, and I mean, I want her to do social programs, and I like her to go to Camp Horizon, and not only does it take money to do it, it takes the time to organize it. It's a lot. It's stressful. The idea of it, because absolutely people that need it, that are the ones really that have the most trouble accessing it. Either they're not capable of advocating for themselves, or they don't have anybody that they can rely on to advocate for them. So I would hope that they would make it more accessible and make it less strenuous on the family to try and bring these things together to support people that need it. I would hope that there's a lot more awareness and a lot more accessibility, a lot more understanding, and that the vulnerable people will finally deserve to be cared for and taken care of in more than just a substandard poverty line existence.
Yeah.
There are a lot of challenges because, you know, the wealthy sort of people aim it for them to stay in that echelon, and the other people are left more to fend for themselves, and I'm not trying to get political with it. However, the ones that are in power really haven't lived the life. They don't know. They're looking at the bottom line, and government dollars are hard to come by for sure. But I think bureaucracy and the fact that nobody really knows about or wants to fund this sort of thing if it affects them not having what they think they should have. It is true. The people that are in charge of looking at that and funding it and making those decisions are usually largely not doing it frontline and don't really realize what it takes to take care of these people and to make sure they have quality of life. The only ones, there's many different people in our society that really have challenges and struggles that they absolutely need help, and it says so much about a society how they treat their vulnerable, and to just be able to have that dignity of life and not having to be fighting all the time for everything, to have a quality of life where you're able to do some of the little things that a lot of people take for granted.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I think hugely there's, projects like this that help raise awareness and help give voice. Because if you can't get your voice out there, it's not going to be heard. I just want to say I really appreciate the opportunity, again, to have my voice heard, to be even taken into consideration, because most of the time you're not really feeling like you're heard, or that people care, or that even what you have to say is going to matter to anybody. So being able to put it out there, to say what you think, say what you need, and communicate to people to raise the awareness and to make people more compassionate towards those that are a lot more vulnerable in